had to do this day to get some of the stuff I wanted. Whoo boy, worth it. Hmm. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the Best Busters and Louis podcast for February 20th, 2021. Wild week.
Well, February is the longest month of the year, but yet it's the shortest. At least that's how I feel about February. Every time it comes and goes.
Huh.
You can always buy more video. You can always buy more video games. Yeah.
At least to me it has. Mm-hmm. Who you're putting the rampart up there and this time? The Stadia screw up, right? Yes, this is what I know. family and loved ones. I was gonna say, what about Yinga? Okay, I was a little confused there. Oh boy. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. His partner. I second that with how utterly repulsively stupid he made, and I already hated Stadia. He made it even worse.
Me and being Nvidia's the the heel of the week just because of what they're doing with their GPU. It's like, why not just focus on making more RTX cards? Why are you doing this? Because they're gonna hack it. They say that, oh, this program that we're doing isn't hackable. Some code monkey somewhere is gonna be like, oh, really? We'll see about that. hardware. Ah.
Yeah, but that's also a neat way to backdoor into somebody if you're not careful. So keep that in mind. You're not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because this mining, yeah, this mining boom is gonna crash again, and then we're gonna have all this e-waste. Yeah. Yeah, I think they're pretty expensive.
Mm. Hmm. This is the PC Master Racer. Yep. No contact there. I was gonna say, please tell me Nvidia didn't do something that was stupid enough to get on the radar. I, I took a I took a peek, but I had oh. The reason why I said that is because I have to, yeah, I took a peek because I was heading out the door and I didn't know what, and I had a feeling that something went wrong, but I didn't know how bad. Uh, yeah, they designed to be Apple. They designed to be worse than Apple in a sense. I'm sorry, that was a bad joke, but still. Um, I was gonna say, remember their update trickery to weaken your thing? Yeah, that's the thing. I was remembering that an Apple product at least had a built-in wear down system like Nvidia. That's what I was remembering. I didn't know which product of Apple's, but I knew it was Apple. Yeah, even though I would give Nvidia second place, Stadia takes the first.
Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday.
All right, later. For years. Cheers. Having a having it only available for certain places for a certain amount of time so they can measure it. And they even went with the stupid commercials. I was gonna I consider that a fun failure. So it's a failure. Please tell me it's something that's not that's not horrid. Oh, that's right. I was I was honestly think I was honestly face palming a little when I was reading some of this. That hearing that Russia rated a single game because of how relationships go in a game. I just had to wonder, really? Oh, that one made me face palm harder than I should have. Because seriously, any gamer that's worth their salt would know this question. Yeah, 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 yeah. For this, I was at a loss of words because of how utterly stupid you have to be to fall for this. Any gamer worth their fucking salt knows what franchises those two belong to. Chun-Li and Mortal Kombat. Do they belong together? I'm at a loss for words now. Thank you much. Yes, that is the more. That's the one that I feel is supposed to. That is more of an insult. But then again, hearing what they said about Mortal Kombat and Chun Li together made me wonder who wrote this beep. And then I read the name and then facepalm. If it's a joke, I wish I found the punchline. Hold on, you said the onion. Oh, oh God, boo. My face is stuck to my hand is stuck to my face for a moment. Yeah, it made me. Yeah, it still makes me wonder how somebody screwed that up. But yeah, that's the that's the thing. It's a terrible joke, even to me, because any gamer worth their salt would know what how compa- how those two are not alike. I was gonna say, yeah. Oh no. Uh, if that if that was a, I wonder, I wonder who in the studio screwed that. image up. But then again, that just makes me face palm. Yeah. I get I get you. If hopefully it'll hopefully the Mortal Kombat movie will not have that kind of cheese. But then again, oh yes, very much yes. Mm. Now, if only the games could follow that kind of lead, at least in at least in quality terms. But hey, baby steps. Mm. Oh, oh yeah, that other one I posted. I was remembering that well, and I had to wonder, Russia, you got some weird regulations there to say that this is a game when it's mostly at best a, a rated E10 at worst. I was about to say, don't remind me. Yeah, I just thank you for reminding me. I was trying to think, I was trying to not think of anything that is another human rights problem in Russia. God, that's a laundry list. Oh yeah. Oh, it's cute. Hey, I completed it. It's cute, and it has moments where I actually got real big chuckles out of it. It Yeah, and yet they kept it simple. Yeah, if yeah, that's I consider it a comedy game in a sense. Like you'll get your laughs out of it. You It's light and well, you you can add all the humor you want from it. Just pick your characters carefully. Uh, oh boy. I'm gonna say this right now. It's like we moved only a centimeter at best. Yeah, I mean, give us comedy, give us fantasy, give us something that is out of the norm of what we usually hire people for that certain act roll. Color. And if for the record, if I get it right, the the character select screen doesn't help you there. And and as much as I'm a mixed bag with Pokemon at times, this is one thing even I have to agree with because there's so many shades of racial color that you're kind of skipping out on just by giving us about two two of each gender. I mean, giving us about shades of each color per gender. Um, I was I was about to say thank you for making thank you for triggering hunger on me. I and I was trying to wait until the podcast is over. Yeah, there's really each flavor. Yeah, I mean you need context in order to edit your eyes, which is kind of a oof, character select. I was gonna say that's like trying to find a rainbow in a thunderstorm. Better representatives. Yes, unless you're one of those wild cards, but we're not going that direction. But yes, nobody show show their show story, right? Yeah. I mean, give us give us fantasy. Give us action. Give us a give us a actual give us a story game for F's sake doesn't revolve around that doesn't revolve around something like GTA in a sense. Yeah, I think this is where the phrase tabula rasa really gets used a lot. Like, rasa has a white person that needs backstories for miles and miles, while a black person, well, I was about to say one sentence. I mean, this is from somebody that is into lore, and and I I'd say that if you give somebody a good thick lore story to go with a character, oh god, some people will devour it like it's jerky, and they haven't eaten for a week. Am I right? Yeah, I mean, if anything, as I said, if you give somebody a good backstory, pe- people will eat it up. Uh, yes, escalation, right? Yeah, yeah. At least like have it start out like have it yeah, like how you said it. Have it start out like this guy's trying to do a good deed, and that good deed turns into questionable matters, which turns into more questionable matters, and I got into this, and I'm now in over my beeping head. Yeah, as lazy as Ray Skywalker. Compliments another. Yeah, just as long as you're not a red shirt. But yeah, I was. Yeah, that's actually a good thing. I think that's funny. Funny line that Mary Sue was invented in the Star Wars universe. Yeah, Yeah, just give us a chance. Is that so much to ask to hon to honestly show what we can do? Yeah. I mean, there's there's people out there that can make a whole world out of out of a out of a single spark to start with. Just give somebody a chance to show what they could do, or at least give it a chance to try to do it. Ask, right? I I was gonna say they won't even let it. They won't even let a centimeter be used. And if anybody knows measurements in the U.S. versus international, a centimeter is small. Like, all right, yeah, neglect. Yeah, and I'd have to show you something that I made for D&D that might be interesting, but I'll save it for after the podcast. I thought if anything, I end that part on a higher note, or at least something to look and look a little happy with. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Makes me wish that we had more progress, but hey, it's a gotta start somewhere. Just hope that that's not lost progress. I was actually about to get into some new games that I got, and the new games that I actually gained recently. I mean today, I got the Prinnies, and let me see real quick because I still got the bag of me. Okay, I got the Prinnies, and yeah, I'm gonna be and uh, and before you say it, I mean before I get hate for this, I'm a theater rhythm player, so I actually was interested in playing a rhythm game with Kingdom Hearts, so I might as well try to see how this game is. Kingdom Kingdom Hearts, Melody of Memory, huh? Ye- Yeah, yeah. If anything, I already know that Kingdom Hearts is not coming to Nintendo Switch or any other Nintendo system unless they actually stop being dicks about it. Yeah, I I accepted that. I accepted that, mind you. So if anything, I already know that. But if anything, I thought I'd at least play it because I'm a theater rhythm, and actually had fun with that. Yeah, you you threw you threw Kingdom Hearts into the same bin as Pokemon. Square. You said Square Soft. I thought you were going to say Square Enix. I was going to say there's a difference between Square Enix and Square Soft. I was going to say that was from past. I mean, from the past. So if anything, you could use Square Enix for the present, Square Soft for the past. Yeah, and if you're wondering, I got this for about $20. So, yep. And for the record, that was from the that game is from a pawn shop. Oh, I will. But if anything, I'm at least being honest that I'm not paying full price for something I know is already a mess. You honestly felt sorry for the person. You felt sorry that they pawned that game. Oh God, I actually almost burst out laughing hearing you say that. I mean, if anything, I don't, I don't question the hustle, but whew, what a ride that had to be to sell that game. Test, test. Red, you there? Red? Red Fox? Oh boy. This is weird. Wish I could check what's going on, but okay.
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Hello? This damn thing right here. This is ridiculous. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Hmm.
Hello? Huh.
Testing, testing.
Hello? Huh. Hmm.
2, 3.
Check this right here.
Testing, testing.
Hello? Oh, shit.
Testing, testing.
Audio crapped out.
You alright?
Hello?
Hello?
Can you
Can
hear
you
me?
hear me?
Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Can you
I
hear
can
me?
hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay then. Yeah. For some reason my audio crapped out. I don't know what that was. I
That
don't know
was
what the
a
hell that was.
that was an unpleasantly quiet moment there.
Yeah. When that happens, you'll have to pick up the topic and keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. We've got 15 minutes left till the end of the cast, so I guess we can finish it off with I don't know.
To
Anything
be
you
honest,
want to bring up,
I
or do you want to end it early?
I was mentioning I was mentioning the Kingdom Hearts and how we were comparing it to other games and how, if anything, I feel like it's kind of a wasted potential. Wow, I could already tell a year ago one. But to maybe end on a brighter note, one topic I'm actually curious about. Um, how 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 do you feel about platformers, 2D and 3D?
Um, I think that 2D platformers are great. I think 3D platformers are great. I think 2D platformers um, are, in my humble opinion, easier to
2D platformers are easier?
They're easier to build. Like it's easier to make a decent 2D platformer than it is a 3D platformer because you have to worry about the third dimension with a 3D platformer. A 2D platformer, as long as you have a decent um, physics
Physics engine?
system, yeah, as long as the physics is decent,
Yeah.
then
The reason
it
why I
it
brought it,
works.
yeah, the reason why I brought it up is because of the newest 3D platformer, which would be Bowser's Fury.
Eh, I mean, is that more open world than a typical platformer?
Um, it's kind of both.
Okay.
I said kind of both because, well, you're you're, you're basically using platform. You're basically trying to do platforming elements with puzzles that are scattered about in an open world that have no level restrictions.
Yeah, but I mean, here's what I'm gonna say about that game. Because I have it, I downloaded it, and I started playing it. I mean, it's essentially, I mean, if you played the original game, then you know what you're getting with this one. You know, it's,
True.
I mean, the addition of Bowser's Fury is basically like where you have this type of open world thing where Bowser pops up in giant form to make it harder for you to get something. That's basically to get whatever MacGuffin you're trying to get. It's not really like, oh my god, this changes
The
up
cat
everything.
shines in this case.
Yeah, the good thing is that I basically was given some money from a family member, and that's how I got this game because I don't think I would have spent $60 to get it just because. Um, it's good. Like, here's the thing Super Mario 3D World is still one of my favorite games in that franchise, so I'm still kind of like, I'm still enjoying it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
To me, it's still really good. With that being said, I personally feel that
We lost potential.
I mean, how can I put this? I wish that when they made Odyssey, they had put more interesting things into. Um, I wish they had done that. Added more cool things into. I
More
wish
reasons
I wish they had added
to
more
explore, right?
concepts from 3D World into Odyssey, because Odyssey, as it is, just kind of like,
It feels flat.
yeah, it feels flat. Like a 3D platformer, um, the physics engine for a 3D platformer, it can be a bit more forgiving because in a 3D platformer you can have a double jump or some way to control your jumps. Like like 3D Mario World gives you the cat suit, which lets you essentially climb up walls. So even if you're about to die, if you can make it to the edge of the wall, you can climb, or you can get the Tanuki tail, which lets you kind of float a little bit. So or hover, jump higher, that type of stuff. So it's like jumping is a bit more forgiving, whereas with a 2D game, like it's all about how that engine feels when you're running around doing stuff. If that engine is crap, everything else kind of falls apart.
Yeah, which makes certain levels like the extra levels really test your skills of how you control.
For 2D,
Yeah.
eh, I mean, it depends. For 2D Mario games, once you know how the physics engine works and how your character, if you have different characters who play differently, how those characters play, it's pretty easy. Like, I remember when Mario Wii U came out on the Wii U, and everyone's like, yeah, in order to get these items, you're going to have to play with a friend. Not really. If you have the right power up and you know how to wall jump, you can get every single item in that game and 100% it and do Star Road, no friends whatsoever. Which I did because, I've been playing 2D Mario games for years. Um, So like once you know how those characters play and you understand the physics engine, it's really easy. 3D games a little bit different. It's a completely different experience, and that's where it kind of falls apart a little bit for me.
Yeah. So if anything, I feel like 3D has the more opportunity to be multiplayer and and more forgiving, while 2D feels more single player, tight knit kind of gameplay.
I mean, you can have multiplayer in 2D, and if like the thing is in 2D, you have to implement multiplayer well. Um, like it, and it's really hard to make multiplayer work in 2D if you're trying to get the physics engine to work unless you both of those are really well integrated together. And most games do not do it very well. Like it's why Little Big Planet always to me always felt terrible because the platforming was trash in that game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was,
Uh,
even the content as a content creator, it was kind of fun going through those homemade levels that people made, but the content, the gameplay was just not very good.
Atrocious.
I mean, the platforming was bad. Like the platforming for Little Big Planet was just like
Yeah.
this could be so much better. Um,
Yeah. I was at least thinking that it that Little Big Planet is a bad game as far as controls go, but it's not a bad game as far as content. Like you're never gonna find the shortage of content in Little Big Planet, but how it's implemented with the physics of
well, I mean, it's
it,
like
have
Mario
fun trying to
Maker.
do it.
It's like Mario Maker. Mario Maker is, you know, Mario Maker is always going to have content, but just because it's always going to have content doesn't mean that content is necessarily good. Like that's the thing that
Yeah,
people forget. That's the thing that people forget about,
the the Maker
content.
games.
Well, content games that are built around community made content. Just because it's community made doesn't mean that content is going to be good. Okay?
Yeah,
Because, I
and
mean,
this is and remember, I was gonna say that this is under the best of conditions where you have content that works with the game system. Heavens help you if you find a masochist in the bunch.
I would say that 95% of the content in 95% of the content in a game like uh, Mario Maker or any content creator game, between 90 and 95% is going to be amateur bullshit. And then that you're going to get that last 5-10% that's going to be really well made stuff that's almost at a professional level. But it's that way for anything that's community made. It's like the modding community. 90% of the mods that you download is going to be some amateur house bullshit. But then every once in a while, you get that one thing where it's like, wow, these people really put a lot of thought, effort, and energy into making something great. But most people didn't. So,
Yeah,
that's gaming. That's how gaming
yeah,
is.
that's how I was gonna say that you'll find something that works great with the gaming engine and stuff, but have fun finding it when you run into levels that are a disaster.
Like I remember watching what was it called? I remember playing Mario Maker, and I remember playing the levels, and I'm like, I don't like, I like playing Mario Maker 1 and 2 really makes me miss when Nintendo made 2D Mario games. Because like no matter how much you may enjoy making Mario Maker levels, most people's levels are never going to be at the professional level of people who've been making these 2D style levels like this for 20, 30 years. Just you're not gonna have. It's like even if you're an amateur home baker, you're not gonna have the same level of expertise who's been baking cakes for 30 years. You know. So if you ask
Yeah,
me
you're not gonna have.
whose cake do I want to pay to eat, not
You're
someone's
going for the
amateur
professional
shit.
baker.
Yeah, I want the professional baker, and that's how I feel about like maker games. It's like, hey, like RPG Maker. I've played a lot of RPG Maker games. I've made some, and none of them, even my best RPG Maker games, would I ever say would be appropriate for that I would want other people to play legitimately.
You have to put in a lot of work and effort in order to do it. I mean, look at the Kickstarter card games. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean
boy.
there's so many Kickstarter games that are just ridiculous, you know. So I mean, once people understand that, I think that it'll get better.
Yeah.
You know, people need to understand that. That's my thing. Okay, people don't understand that. You know, things need to change.
Yeah. And hopefully that change will come, and we'll get something that's really worth our time.
Maybe, maybe not. Probably not.
Hey, one could hope. Though, at least until then, I think the I think this is the part where we could end the show.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry to be such a downer on your birthday, but just being, I don't know. I just don't have the. I'm just not as optimistic as I used to be. Maybe I'll be optimistic next week. But with that being said, that's the end of the podcast. Rate, comment, share, subscribe. Peace and
Hype responsibly,
good
ladies and gentlemen.
night.
It'll save your life. Good night.